This is an Andy's Randomness special report. Reporting now, Andy Pollack.
Beginning October 23, movie theaters outside of New York City will be allowed to reopen at 25% capacity with up to 50 people maximum per screen. With up to 50 people per screen. I don't know what that means. 50 people per screen, but it's 50 people. This is outside of New York City. Areas that are below 2% on their 14-day average and have no cluster zones. So this will be Long Island, not New York City, Nassau, Suffolk, Westchester, not Rockland, Orange, not some counties on the southern tier, not Green. Anything else?
Skyler.
Okay.
We are coming on the air with a stunning announcement from New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Earlier today, he officially announced that a majority of New York states, except New York City's 5 boroughs, movie theaters for the first time since March will be allowed to be open at limited capacity. So we are going to read this article and we're going to take a look to see what happened with AMC's, lineup and see what they're going to show. And then we'll take a look and see what supposedly could be in theaters. So let's take a look and read the following article. So the limitations is you will only be allowed to have 25% capacity and 50 people will only be allowed to see a showing of a movie. So officially, cinemas outside of New York City will be allowed to reopen at limited capacity on October 23rd, Governor Cuomo announced on Saturday. The reopening of movie theaters comes with precautions in place as audiences will be limited to 25% capacity, noted as up to 50 people per showing. So, during the governor's afternoon press conference, he noted theaters will only open outside of New York City in counties that are below 2% COVID positivity on a 14-day average and have no cluster zones. Safety precautions also include the wearing of masks at all times except when seating and eating and drinking. So, pretty much, I guess you're only allowed to take your mask off when you are allowed to, eat. But there might be some people who may not want to do that. But other states have safely reopened, so there haven't been any issues with the movie theaters in Maryland or Delaware that I've been made aware of, for an example. Okay, pretty much, we knew what happened. Movie theaters felt silenced, of course, but it seems possibly my rant may have worked because sometimes ranting can help, and sometimes it doesn't help when a certain person from Jersey doesn't like your content. But here we go. Saturday's announcement doesn't resolve the issue of New York City, the country's second largest movie-going market behind Los Angeles. So, pretty much New York City, we're not allowed to go to a movie theater, but if you want to go anywhere else in the state, Long Island or Westchester, starting Friday, you can do so. But my message to the governor is he still needs to reopen the movie theaters by November 25th, not the 20th. I meant to say the 25th, if I got the date right. Yeah, because that's when Croods 2 was supposed to be released. So, yeah, besides Croods 2, the only other movie that has notable release this year is Wonder Woman 84. Hopefully in New York City we'll be allowed to see it. I'm hoping that Cuomo will again budge. It takes a hard time for him to budge, but I know 2 weeks from today, we're supposed to get an announcement if New York City will go to 50% indoor dining capacity, joining the rest of New York State for indoor dining. So, only time will tell on that. So, let's go to what AMC has on their website, and we'll just take a look and see what is going on with their lineup. Yeah, I want to go up to the beginning. I do apologize. So, take a while. I am sorry. I was going through it offline earlier. Okay, so right now, here's the only movies that have, I guess, recognition that are playing in other parts of the country right now. So you have this movie called The Kid Detective. Let me move this a little bit to the left. That's better. So you have this one being played. Then you have Two Hearts. I have no idea what this is. There's this movie with Liam Neeson called Honest Theft that just got released yesterday. I'm sure in New York we're going to be allowed to see that. When was the Kid Detective one? Yeah, the 16th. Okay. War with Grandpa, the much anticipated film with Robert De Niro and Uma Thurman and Christopher Walken, which that movie has had controversy because it was originally produced by the Harvey Weinstein Company before he was arrested in 2017 for sexual assault charges. Another production company got involved. It delayed the movie because it was originally supposed to come out in 2017. But now it's out. Long time coming. So people in New York can finally see this. I mean, it's a comedy. It's a family one. But I have no interest to see it unless it's online. Now, this is the question we need answered in New York. Now, I'm not a big fan of these type of movies, but I have friends who have been wondering, when are we going to be able to see Tenet in New York State? It looks like if the theaters in New York are willing to play it, that are not in New York City on Friday, it sounds like we're going to be allowed to see Tenet in New York. So, I think if I were, these 5 movies should be playing, just to give the theaters, I guess, a chance to regroup. But this is, again, excellent news. The theaters have not been open since March, and the last time I even got to go to a theater was in March anyway. So, lucky for us. Now, yeah, I could see them playing a couple Halloween movies. Like, if you want to show classics, that's no problem. I have no idea what this is. Oh yeah, Hocus Pocus. And if you want to be fair to the people who haven't seen the first Croods movie, at least show it in New York for families that, feel comfortable going to a movie theater right now. Unhinged. That might be a possibility, but I don't know. So, last thing we want to find out is what movies are coming out supposedly on Friday. Maybe this one comes out. I don't know. I mean, I'm not AMC, so, Friendsgiving, that's an interesting one. So I'm just trying to figure out, the Croods A New Age. Yeah, as I said, that one's probably going to be in theaters because they keep promoting it. So, as I said, let's hope that New York City, we're allowed to see this one. Oh! Free Guy! That's the video game movie with Ryan Reynolds. Oh, I saw the trailer for that a couple days ago. That actually looks pretty good. So let's hope that we get to see that in New York. Now, here's the next question. Coming to America. Does it sound like it's going to be in theaters? Oh, okay. Amazon Prime showing it. Oh, that stinks. You would think that maybe they would show it in theaters. Right. It will be digitally released on Amazon Prime Video on... Yeah, this is the Coming to America sequel. Wow. I am just completely shocked that it will not be seen in theaters. Because I originally had expected to see it in theaters, but There hasn't even been a trailer for that, because remember, Coming to America was a very popular film back in the 80s with Eddie Murphy and Wesley Snipes. So now that leaves the next question. I don't want to focus on 2021 because then that would give me a longer way to report this video. But it looks like right now with Soul that was moved to Disney Plus, because remember, this was supposed to be the second Pixar film that was supposed to be released in June, pre-pandemic. That got pushed to Disney Plus. So I'm glad Disney did the right thing, because right now the only other state that has not allowed movie theaters to reopen at the moment is New Mexico. But this is what we want. Now, Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman 84, a couple days ago, she was interviewed in an article online somewhere. And she said, look, I refuse to pull this from theaters. So there were rumors coming out that maybe sometime in 2021, theaters would play it. So now, with New York reopening its movie theaters, is there a chance that Warner Brothers or Patty Jenkins keeps the film on Christmas? Because this would be the only reason why I would go to a movie theater right now. It would be on Christmas, because Christmas this year, and I guess because, some people do go to the movies on Christmas. It's, a lot of the movie producers, like, they will tend to lean to put their movies out on Christmas because, over the years, I guess people would go to the movies on Christmas Day because nothing else would be open because there was no shopping. So where are you supposed to go? The movie theater, of course. Now, the good news is Warner Brothers, in my honest opinion, and this is just somebody who likes movies and, just because, again, I've been waiting a long time for Gal Gadot to reprise her role. You would have to think that Christmas being on a Friday this year, you would think that if Cuomo doesn't shut everything down again in New York, there's a chance that Wonder Woman 84 still comes out on Christmas. So maybe it's not a bad idea to hold off the reopening. Maybe Croods 2 doesn't get shown immediately on the 25th in the city, and Cuomo just, I guess, holds off until Christmas, because I think that would be the right thing to do. Because if you were to have a grand hurrah for people to come back to a movie theater in any of the 5 boroughs of New York City, you would honestly wait until at least Christmas, because Christmas is on Friday. You have 2 extra days, Saturday and Sunday, if people want to indulge on that weekend to see it. And it would make complete sense. As long as you're social distancing, as long as you're wearing the mask, it would be, I think it would be very beneficial. So, my advice would be, don't buy tickets in advance. I would suggest, if you are going to get tickets from Wonder Woman 84, word of advice, I would suggest to order the tickets probably a week before the movie comes out. Because don't do it a month in advance like some people do, because it has happened before. No, my advice would be order the tickets on December 19th. My bad, the 18th, because the 18th is the Friday before Christmas. So, yeah, this is excellent news. I'm very glad that we've been very vocal about this, and let's see if Cuomo doesn't shut everything down again, because I hope not, but we have to be responsible. My message, and I'll just wrap this up by saying, look, we have a part to do. If you are going to indulge in a movie, please just keep your mask on during the whole show. All right? Please. Only take it off if you're eating. And social distance. Don't be close to your friends like you were pre-pandemic, 6 feet apart. I'm sure they're going to have seats closed off, because that would be the right thing to do. And, be responsible. All right? Don't let your guard down. So, as far as me going on Christmas, just as an honest opinion, I mean, it is the weekend of Christmas that Wonder Woman 84 would come out. So I probably would have to wait until Saturday or Sunday, or who knows, maybe even the week before New Year's, because think about it. It's like no rush to see it on Christmas Day. You know? But there are some people, I guess, who will, indulge on Christmas Day if the theaters are still open in New York. But only time will tell. So, with that, we're going to wrap up this special report. Thank you all very much for watching. I will do a follow-up video on Friday to see what is playing here in New York. I'll specifically go to the Long Island theaters because that's where I used to go pre-pandemic. But with that, thank you for watching. This has been an 80s Randomness special report. More to come on Friday, and I will do a follow-up on what's playing in Long Island. Thank you for watching.